Thank you very much, Excellencies, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Irina, for convening this session to focus on SIDS, whose voices are not being heard loud enough in the series of events at this critical COP. At the global level, emissions need to be reduced by 43% to ensure that 1.5 degrees centigrade is achievable. This requires that across the globe, we all accelerate plans to attract investments and implement projects to transition to renewable energy. In the Caribbean, as in the Pacific Islands, we know that we do not contribute to the emissions problem. If we were all able to transition to renewable energy somehow magically tomorrow, the net effect on global emissions would be negligible. This is because, as you have heard, we do not contribute in any meaningful way to climate change. We simply carry the burden of the impact. From more and stronger hurricanes to increasingly scarce groundwater, to disappearing coastal lands, to degrading marine ecosystems, to stress on our agriculture and health and other sectors. Our rationale in Caribbean SIDS for focusing on renewable energy transformation is based on the need for greater energy security, stability of supply and prices, and accessibility by more marginalized populations. The CARICOM region is experiencing once again the reality of new large oil discoveries with the attendant possibility of significant economic transformation. But we are fully aware that this transformation must be effectively managed to ensure that growth and development is both inclusive and sustainable. Renewable energy is a critical component of our strategies. In our states, there are many opportunities to develop renewable energy potential, which, combining various sources, stands at an estimated 10,750 megawatts at this time. While energy transformation is inevitable, transition rates will vary in the region. For example, despite Guyana's recent entry into the oil market, the country has targeted renewable energy generation of 59% by 2030. So there is an understanding of the need for adaptation and energy transformation across the Caribbean community. Barbados has installed 85 megawatts of renewable energy grids since 2019, which is between 12 and 15% of the country's electricity demand at this time, and is targeting becoming 100% RE and carbon neutral by 2030. Grenada is also targeting 100% renewable energy generation by 2030. The CARICOM energy agenda, therefore, seeks to address the 4 dimensions of energy security to ensure that energy services are available, reliable, affordable, and sustainable for all our citizens. Caribbean community member states have been making progress in key sectors, such as power generation, transportation, and buildings. Our objective is a just and equitable and accelerated transition that leaves no one behind and that contributes to safeguarding our planet for future generations. So we will continue to call for access to affordable finance and the necessary technology to allow this to take place. But we are fully aware that our transition to renewable energy is a medium-term adaptation to climate change. In the long term, our survival as a Caribbean civilization, our survival for all of us who are SIDS, requires the rest of the world, particularly the major emitters, to make meaningful and early transitions to their energy landscape, incorporating renewables in economic activity in both production and consumption to the extent necessary to have the required effect of reducing emissions that are the source of climate change. Without this, 1.5 degrees centigrade will continue to fade fast, as will our chances of a livable future for our peoples. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Secretary General Barnett.